Hello, my fellow multidimensionals. It's Asia, founder of MultiDimensionalU.com. Okay, so in this weekly vlog, I am getting my winter solstice, my Christmas on. You can see the Christmas tree behind me. And yes, I'm feeling very festive. It's easy to kind of be in joy, right, around certain holidays that bring back all this joy from childhood. So this week's message is about you better get it done, because if you don't, someone else will. What am I talking about? Okay, so as we emerge and move into this next amazing age, right? Everything is in cycles. More and more as we move out of linear time, we begin to recognize that everything moves in cycles. And we are moving into this beautiful new dawn, the shift of the ages on planet Earth, where there is a revolution, evolution, and consciousness. And that means that there are a lot of new ways of thought, new ideas, new technology that are seeking to emerge into the human collective consciousness, and it will take the path of least resistance. So that brilliant idea or download you had, don't sit on it too long, because other people are receiving it too, and it will express itself through those people who have the least amount of resistance, right? Who get out of their own way. So I've seen this in my own life a number of times, where I've had an idea and I didn't take action on it, and then I watched someone else do it. A couple of times this has happened. So, and no right or wrong. I mean, it's just great that it's coming into the field. However, there is nothing quite like feeling like you missed the boat on your soul calling. So I hope that kind of flipping that script, this isn't just your idea. It's an idea that's seeking to express itself in the physical dimension through your field of consciousness. Now, whether you take aligned action, and get out of the way or get on board, as it were, is the extent to which you have the pleasure, delight, and joy in experiencing that coming to life and coming into physical form. So why not? Why not you, right? Why not jump on that? And I'll probably be talking more and more about this in 2019 as we really roll out the build out of New Earth. We are being put as way shower starseeds in the position of delivering, showcasing, implementing emergent technology. Sometimes it has to do with the material plane, but a lot of times it has to do with higher dimensions and working in the etheric. And so it can be tempting to think that we're not maybe really doing anything, and yet we know deep down that we are. So it takes courage. It takes courage to go against the grain, just like those in the early days of the scientific revolution 400 years ago had to go against, the authority of the Catholic Church and other big institutions like that. And there is a bit of an ego and power struggle involved. So it definitely takes courage. But I think if we flip it around and hold this view that we get to bring this into the physical, we get to be the pioneers, we get to be on the forefront, the avant-garde, I think that will really help rearrange your thinking and get out of your own way. The other thing that's coming in right now is we're not meant to do it alone. So if you're still lone wolfing it, like I used to do all the time, let that go too, and start to invite others into collaboration. Yes, there will be hiccups. Yes, it will trigger some of your shadow work, and that's the point. If we all just stay in our silos and don't work to collaborate, we will never do the work we need to do in order to resolve trauma, distortion, etc., that's preventing us from moving into unity consciousness. So a couple of messages in one this week. But yeah, the main one is just, these are not your ideas, right? It's not your proprietary information. It's simply coming through you and seeking to express itself in the field. So with that in mind, I think it becomes a little bit more joyous, a little bit easier to jump into actioning and expressing and identifying and verbalizing, right? What we are seeing and what we're picking up. Nikola Tesla had come to me in June of this year, and what he showed me is that it was like drops, lines of communication all over the planet. Multiple scientists are going to be having the same ideas, right? So it'll be really interesting to see where all of this new thought comes from. I picked up a lot of scientists in Russia when he was talking to me, and I know we're not always good about getting cross communication in the West with Russia, so this is where the power of the internet and social media becomes very salient. You know, build your networks, open up to broader collaboration, because the truth is we're all part of the same one. So any illusion that we have that we're separate is quickly disappearing. And for those of us who live in that zone most of the time, non-linear, non-hierarchical, this becomes really fun. It becomes an exercise in collaboration and what feels like playtime, really. So you've seen me talk about all my multidimensional engineering. To be honest, I still don't fully understand what I'm talking about, but I do know that I'm called to do this work. I do know that I can feel how powerful it is. And, I made the decision to speak to you all about it and share that publicly rather than just sit on it myself, knowing that many of you are doing the same work. And I think that sometimes we are looking for facts. And I had a recent encounter that was a huge gift for me, where someone said something to the effect of, like, I only deal in facts. So that channeled material stuff, like, no. And I realized in that moment I was given this exact image of a puzzle. So many of us are receiving the puzzle fully formed. Whereas the way that third dimensional linear reality exists is that you have to find one puzzle piece, put it and do it that way. Many of us are getting full, complete downloads, and then it's almost like we have to reverse engineer to understand what we've been given. And the other big gift in that exchange I had recently was that I was shown that some of what has been done, quote unquote, in the past has been concealed. So it will not be in the historical record. It will not be available in the Akash for just anybody. That kind of blew my mind. I realized, wow, now that's multidimensional technology, the ability to conceal certain parts of a timeline. Almost like, that kind of what's dropping in now is our DNA sequence. Sometimes gene sequences are dormant versus activated, depending on the environment. Oh, now it's all coming in. So the level of consciousness one holds is determines the degree to which one has access to that kind of concealed information. Isn't that beautiful? So raising your consciousness is the decoder. Awesome. See, I learn something in real time all the time if I allow my ego and my skeptic programming to simply move out of the way and I just ask bigger questions. So ask bigger questions, get ready to see bigger answers, and then take action on that. Especially if you don't feel like you're the expert. We need more people who are not experts and authorities, who are just willing to very openly, with an open heart, and like Yeshua is always counseling, the innocent mind of the child. Why? Because innocence is not, ego. It's not opinions formed, all of that. It's much more open to what wants to be. All right, so with that, I hope you all take much delight in receiving your downloads and bringing them through, and then finding others who are getting the same information and, putting networks together and collaborative bodies together, and going in very consciously knowing that you're likely to get triggered by someone else's stuff, knowing that that is a setup from your higher self. And to be grateful for that, because that's exactly the exchange I went through, with this person. And I could have easily just shut down. And instead, I just decided to go into 0 point. And then all of this amazing information came through. All right, so with that, I wish you happy downloads and execution, and I will talk to you all again soon.